Welcome back to another video with Glamorous Gems Gourmet Recipes. So I have to start the video by saying happy Cinco de Mayo. So unfortunately guys, we can't celebrate it the way we normally would. Like right now I would probably be at margaritas, you know, having me some food and, you know, maybe a drink or so, you never know. But you know, definitely, you know, be safe out there guys if y'all are out and about. Have a good time. But what I'm going to be making tonight, it's inspired by Margarita's restaurant. I'm not sure where you live, and this is going to be the house special. So all it is pretty much a bowl with onions, peppers, chicken, steak, shrimp. It's so delicious. So I'm rambling. Let's go ahead and get into this recipe. What you'll need for the recipe is 2 chicken breasts cut up, and I've already diced those and cleaned them and washed them. Seasoned salt, Old Bay, paprika, onion, garlic powder, tomato sauce, tomato paste, and then I have here just some, not sure if it'll focus, but the Pollo chicken seasoning. And then I have my taco seasoning here, some shrimp, and I always get the shrimp that's already peeled, deveined, and it has the tail on, so you can just cut the tail off. And beef fajitas, just the steak meat. I have some taco seasoning here, and I also have some quesadilla cheese, a green bell pepper, onion, and minced garlic. So now that that's over, I've said a mouthful, we're gonna go ahead and get into this. So of course, after you've washed your hands, cleaned your meat, diced it up just like this, you want to go ahead and season your meat. Leave some comments down below letting me know how you all are spending your Cinco de Mayo this year. Of course, with the quarantine and everything, it's a little bit different for everyone. So basically put everything on this meat with the exception of the taco seasoning. So I did the Old Bay, the garlic onion powder, and then this yellow seasoning is just my chicken flavor bouillon. Pretty much is what it is, a bouillon just crushed up. So I'm going to be very light with that because that is a very flavorful seasoning. So now what I'm going to go ahead and do is just mix this all around. That way all of those seasonings are evenly incorporated. Now the next thing you want to work on is your steak. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these steaks up just into small little cubes. So I'll be back in just a moment once that's done. So I went ahead and cut up my steaks, and you just want to cut them into tiny little cubes like that. So I'm going to place that down. So the next thing that I'm going to go ahead and prep is my shrimp. So I'm going to actually show you all how I do that. So just stay tuned. Alright guys, so I'm back with the shrimp. All you want to do once you take it out of the package is go ahead and rinse it off because it still may be a little frozen. So these are already deveined and clean, so I literally just have to pull off the tail just like that, and you just throw it away in the trash. So once I have all of my tails pulled off, I'll come back and we'll get these things cooking. So I'm going to go ahead and just season front or top and bottom. Go ahead and drizzle in some olive oil and add in your chicken. This will cook for about maybe 10 minutes or so. In another heated skillet, we're going to go ahead and add in olive oil. And we'll add in our shrimp. You want to always cook your shrimp separately from your chicken. Well, actually, you don't want to commingle any of the meats until they are fully cooked. Please excuse my little helper in the background. But you want to cook everything separately until it is fully cooked. So I'm going to do my shrimp in a separate pan. And the shrimp will cook pretty quickly, so you'll know. Once it's a nice golden brown color, you'll know when it's ready. While your chicken is cooking, go ahead and add in a tiny little dab of minced garlic. So just a tiny amount, just to flavor that a little bit. So I'll be back in just a moment. So your shrimp should look just like this once it's done. So you're just gonna put it in a bowl because all your meats will go in this bowl together. So you don't want to cook it too long because you don't want it to be tough. So my chicken has been cooking for about maybe 10 minutes or so. So now what I'm gonna go ahead and do is add in my steak, because the chicken still needs to cook, but I like my meats and everything to be hot at the same time. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and let these cook. By the time the steak is cooked, oh goodness. Hold on, I'm sorry y'all. All right, so I've added in my steak. By the time the steak is cooked, the chicken should be done as well. So you'll monitor this for the next 5 to 6 minutes and they both should be cooked. So now I'm gonna go ahead and get started on sauteing up those bell peppers. In another heated skillet, add in your olive oil, room temperature butter, and I'm just gonna go ahead and add in my bell pepper and onion and just let these fry up. So once your meat gets golden brown like this, go ahead and add in your taco seasoning. So I'm gonna go ahead and just sprinkle that in because it's Taco Tuesday. Yeah! Just microwave my rice in the microwave for about maybe 25 minutes. What I go ahead and do is I'm gonna take about this much of an onion here, and I'm just gonna go ahead and cut this up into the food processor. So I'm also gonna take a half a teaspoon of minced garlic, add that in there as well. Okay, and then I'm gonna take 1/3 cup of tomato paste. I'm gonna add in a half a cup of water just so all of this can evenly blend. And you just want to mix it until it's nice and creamy, just finely milled, just like that. To get this rice is to buy it, but we're in quarantine, so everything's out of stock, so I had to be creative. So anyhow, you can go ahead and taste it. Make sure you don't need to readjust the seasonings at this time. Go ahead, add in some carnation milk. This is for our cheese sauce, and you just want to cover the bottom of the pan just like that. And we are going to go ahead and add in our queso. Let me see if you can see it. We're gonna add in our quesadilla cheese on top of that carnation milk. Alrighty guys, so your cheese sauce should look just like this when it's done. Now it is a little bit kind of bumpy, so if you want to add in like some sour cream to it, you can. That's perfectly fine, but it tastes really good. So you know, on top of the meat and the rice, I mean, it's gonna blend perfectly. But again, you could also use the cheese sauce that I showed you that's already done, but I'm gonna go with this one. It tastes really good to me. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get everything plated, so I'll be back in just a moment. All right everyone, so this is my finished and completed house special, inspired by one of my favorite Mexican bars and grills called Margaritas. So how I actually went ahead and plated it was I laid my cheese sauce on the bottom, my rice. I did add some sweet peas only because they always have peas in theirs as well, and I just love that added element. And then I went ahead and added my my steak and my chicken and my shrimp on top with my bell pepper and onion. So it looks really delicious. I've already tasted some of it. So yeah, and if you want to, you could actually go ahead and take an added layer of cheese sauce and just drizzle that on top, just like that. So I hope that you all will definitely try this recipe. Also, let me know if you try it out, how it turns out for you. But as always, it has been my absolute pleasure, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.